Two AC-130s scream through the pitch-black night sky at 12,000 feet. The pilots bank the massive aircraft 90 degrees to the left, locking into an aggressive, tight turn. Sensors beneath the fuselage lock onto an Iraqi column of 40 T-55 tanks and armored personnel carriers rumbling toward the Saudi border. On the ground, Iraqi soldiers hear the rumbling sound of the 4 turboprop engines. A gunner frantically throws a shoulder-fired missile to his shoulder, scanning the dark sky for a lock. The aircraft shudders violently as the giant 105mm gun roars. The 33-pound high-explosive shell hits the lead T-55 tank dead center. The armor disintegrates in a white-hot fireball, tearing the turret clean off and sending it tumbling into the sand. The second AC-130 dives into the orbit. The 40mm Bofors cannon hammers away. The shells punch straight through 3 armored personnel carriers, instantly transforming them into flying shrapnel and burning fuel. In 6 minutes, 8 heavy vehicles are completely obliterated. Suddenly, the desert floor erupts from the flank. 2 AH-64 Apache helicopters scream into the fray at 140 knots, flying just 15 feet above the sand dunes. They roar directly over a cluster of retreating Iraqi supply trucks, the rotor wash kicking up a blinding wall of dust. The lead Apache pulls a violent high GJ turn, banking 180 degrees to face the enemy line. The pilot's helmet-mounted sight links to the M230 chain gun. Wherever the pilot looks, the weapon follows. High-explosive 30mm rounds shred an Iraqi command vehicle's engine block, detonating its fuel tank. The second Apache dives in from the dark, ripple-firing a pod of Hydra 70 rockets. Dozens of high-explosive missiles streak across the desert floor, skipping off the dunes before slamming into the center of the armored line. The ground turns into a wall of shrapnel and fire, turning an entire mechanized platoon into burning scrap metal in 30 seconds. Deeper inside the city, an Iraqi platoon drops their white flags and unleashes a hail of heavy machine gun fire into the open streets. High above, the Spectre crew locks onto the coordinates. The 20mm Vulcan Gatling gun opens up at 6,000 rounds per minute, tearing the night air like ripping fabric. The rounds punch clean through reinforced concrete walls, shredding the ambushers and collapsing the building. The 105mm howitzer speaks again, erasing 13 more Iraqi vehicles and reducing them to smoking ash in less than 4 minutes. But then, an Iraqi surface-to-air missile streaks into the sky. The pilot yanks the control yoke, banking the heavy cargo airframe violently to evade. It is too late. The missile slams directly into the aircraft's left side. The onboard ammunition cooks off in a catastrophic explosion, and ruptured fuel lines turn the wing into a raging inferno. The gunship plunges toward the desert, trailing thick black smoke and fire before impacting the desert floor in a massive fireball. The surviving Iraqi forces break and retreat in panic back across the border. The desert falls silent, save for the crackle of burning wreckage. Mission complete.